So Twitch has often got a lot of flack for a very long time now for the fact that all of these weird and arbitrary decisions are made when it comes down to what gets banned, who gets banned for what's really acceptable on the site. There's so many different things that Twitch does wrong and how they don't involve the community in it, but today, it seems like they're attempting to make a change for that. Now, personally, I don't believe that this is going to be a good change. I already have my doubts about this entire thing. I'm wondering if this is all just a big publicity stunt and whatnot. But, you know, Twitch is adamant that this group of people is actually going to have some sort of say, is going to have power when it comes to helping draft new rules and stuff for the site, and they're going to kind of oversee a lot of the creator side of things. Now, I'm going to go ahead and kind of cast a little bit of doubt on that in today's video because honestly, this entire thing sounds really worrisome. Now, once again, there's a lot of clear and defined issues with Twitch that the community has had for a very long time now. It's not like this is anything new. It's not like this is anything secretive. We're talking about problems that have existed forever, where it seems like affiliates and partners are receiving less punishment for things that are apparently deemed bad by Twitch. Even people like Alinity going as far as doing things several times that should be at least suspendable, if not bannable, and walking away scot-free like nothing happened, just walking away from the car wreck with the ability to walk, no bumps, no bruises, no scrapes. And it seems like Twitch is taking that negative press and that negative publicity within its fans very seriously. Well, what we can consider seriously from them. They are introducing the Twitch Safety Advisory Council, which will apparently do 5 key things. Now let's go ahead and look at those. Drafting new policies and updates for policies with the council, developing products and features to improve safety and moderation, promoting healthy streaming and work-life balance habits, protecting the interests of marginalized groups, identifying the emerging trends that could impact the Twitch experience. So they have some power in this whole thing. It's not like this is some nameless group that's going to be doing nothing like the rest of the Twitch mods. This is a group that is supposedly pretty creator-oriented that is going to have some power within the website. Now, at first glance, people might be like, oh yeah, this is a good idea. This sounds great, right? Twitch is finally taking the interests of the community more in. You know, they're actually letting them have a fucking opinion on things and allowing them to actually help do things. Which, that part of everything to me, A-okay. We're 100% fine with that, right? When you allow the users to help develop new things for the website, or you allow their input to be heard in the development of those new things, in my opinion, that's great, right? I mean, I can't really think of a better way to approach a lot of things, because obviously who uses the website the most? The users, the creators, those are the people who use the website. Why shouldn't they have some sort of input? This is the same fucking argument that YouTubers have been having with YouTube for a long time, so on paper, sounds great. But here's my problems with this entire thing. Now, first off, let's go ahead and just go through the people here, because I think that it's important, obviously, that we have that foothold. So, we have Alex Holmes, CEO, Deputy CEO at nonprofit the Diana Award, which is a legacy to Princess Diana's belief that young people have the power to change the world. Founder of peer-to-peer support program Anti-Bullying Ambassadors. Sits on the global safety advisory boards of a number of the major social media and tech companies, advising them on their approach to safety and online harms. I would say he's probably qualified. There we go. Good shit. Nice shot. Carnage is a Twitch partner and one of the original variety streamers on Twitch. He plays most major releases and indie darlings and is well known for his 100% franchise playthroughs leading up to major game releases. Carnage is known for his positive community, The Coalition, and his slogan, Happy, Helpful, Respectful. Okay, you know, that sounds okay to me. I've never watched this guy, but whatever, right? Cuppa Noodle is a partner, Twitch ambassador, and host/commentator, the mayor of Cupton, a lover of zombies, and a music connoisseur. Okay, assuming maybe she could have some use there, helping draft new policies and stuff. She is a creator after all. Creators are all okay in my book for the most part. Emma Alonzo, we got her. She's the director of the Center for Democracy and Technology's Free Expression product. Helps support internet users' free expression rights in the United States, the EU, and around the world. Her areas of focus include intermediary liability law, the capabilities and limitations of automated content analysis, transparency reporting, and best practices in content moderation for empowering users and online communities. Okay, sounds great. Then we got Ferociously Steph, who has been a full-time streamer since her debut playing competitive collegiate Heroes of the Storm in 2016. She was one of the first transgender streamers to ever be partnered on Twitch, and the first to bring a transgender pride flag emote to the platform. Cool. Her fight for inclusivity includes creating a competitive team composed entirely of marginalized gamers, and vehemently opposing non-inclusive mechanics such as voice chat. What? We're gonna get back to that because that doesn't make any fucking sense. Dr. Samir Hinduja, I hope I said that right. Dr. Hindujua, okay, I'm thinking I'm saying that right. Hinduja? There we go. A professor in the School of Criminology and Criminal Justice at Florida Atlantic University, co-director of the Cyberbullying Research Center, recognized internationally for groundbreaking work on the subjects of cyberbullying, sexting, and social media abuse. Okay. T.L. Taylor, professor of comparative media studies at MIT, co-founder and director of research for AnyKey, which is an organization dedicated to supporting and developing fair and inclusive esports. Okay, that sounds good. Also a qualitative sociologist who focused on internet and game studies for 2 decades. Okay, pretty qualified, I would say. Zizaran is a Twitch partner who's been streaming since 2015, focuses on ARPGs, believes Twitch has a culture you won't find anywhere else. Okay, fine. So we've established who is in this. Somewhat qualified, I think, well, the vehemently opposing non-inclusive mechanics like voice chat is very fucking ridiculous because I can't really think of many other features in a video game that are more inclusive than voice chat, considering literally everyone has access to communicate in the game to other people unless they desire to turn it off, which is mostly acceptable, or unless it's forcefully turned off by getting chat banned, which is, becoming more common with toxic players. But I think that the whole thing here it's going to bring a little bit of suspicion for me here, and this is why. This is the same person here, and this is a tweet that they put out. Oh yeah, a whole lot of people with cis white male voices thinking voice chat is critical to competitive games being competitive. Tell me more about how we'll solve systemic misogyny and everything will be fine. Lol. I don't honestly think that people who think that voice chat is critical to competitive games being competitive are all quote-unquote cis white males. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of different types of people who think that that's pretty fucking critical. I don't think the argument can be made that it isn't critical, considering in virtually every single competitive functioned video game, you have to communicate with your teammates. And the most efficient way to communicate with your teammates is to use the voice chat. That's pretty fucking critical if you ask me. If I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege, which I don't, I'm gonna be honest, and the whole enemy team, I don't know, this probably isn't a meta or a strategy, let's say the whole enemy team is stacking the left side of the map, and I'm over here all alone, and I say, oh shit, I see 5 of the enemies all in the same location. I would say that's a pretty critical feature of the game, being able to tell my teammates that the whole enemy team is here. However, considering that apparently only cis white males think that that's critical, my opinion is now invalidated, and on top of that, it has been logically destroyed. It's gone. The whole argument is just defeated. It's a win for Ferociously Steph here. It is quite a critical feature of video games. I get it, people can be toxic, I understand that, but I don't know if you know this or not, voice chat has a voluntary part of it where you can fucking mute people. And guess what? That stops it right there. Okay? You don't have to hear the bad guy be toxic no more. I don't understand what systemic misogyny has to do with competitive games needing voice chat. But I mean, when you gotta just throw random fucking things up in order for it to make sense, I guess that's how far the argument goes, but this isn't the only time this has been spoken on by this person. As a matter of fact, Scrimzox sent me a little clip that he had posted where she says this.
The only way to have a level playing field at the highest level of play is to not have voice chat, to not have people give up their linguistic profiles. I mean, and maybe you think, if you are a competitive gamer, which a lot of people have been like, Steph, you're not, you clearly know nothing about competitive play. Well, competition, by the way, y'all, competition requires you to get every advantage possible. To become the top 0.01% in any video game, you have to squeeze every amount of advantage you can possibly get.
Yeah, that makes sense. So why would you not utilize the voice chat where you can communicate with your teammates, make them better, and then overpower the other team with just pure fucking map knowledge and understanding of the game? Literally everything that she says completely just, invalidates everything else that she has to say.
Voice chat is unfair. Period.
I don't even know if this is serious at this point because it just doesn't make any sense. How so? How is voice chat unfair, considering everyone has access to it unless they've been an asshole? Because that's one of the big arguments against voice chat is, oh my god, people can be assholes. But then now that people who are being assholes are being removed from the feature, now it's quote-unquote unfair? I don't understand, what is unfair about it? Everyone can use it. There's, your linguistic profile has nothing to do with it. Who the fuck cares about your linguistic profile? Honestly, who cares? I've never just been sitting there playing any video game ever and then heard somebody with like a northeastern United States accent and been like, oh bro, what, you from Boston? Where you from, bud? You from Boston? Yeah, guess what? I know where you're from. I'm gonna come skin you, bud. Like, that's never happened once. 99.9% of people don't act that way. It's not unfair because your voice can be heard by other people. Like, you're not even making an argument for the point. You're just making a statement that doesn't make sense. But this whole thing here isn't the only reason that I fear for the Twitch program. The real reason that I actually fear for this program and how useless it'll probably end up being is just go back to the 5 points. These are all things that Twitch has tried to do on their own and just mercilessly failed at. I mean, developing all these new policies and updates, sure, they do that, but then they don't fucking enforce them properly. Then they don't care unless it's somebody who's not affiliated does it. They promise all of this great moderation and to stick to the rules and to be fair, and then they don't do it. So why should we trust what Twitch has to say this time around? They're developing new products and features to improve safety and moderation. It isn't like we haven't heard that one before. Why should they be believed this time? It's kind of like YouTube. YouTube makes all these points about how we're going to do better this time around. We're going to fix the problem. We're going to be better. And then they're almost never actually better. They just fucking make the same mistake 3 months later with a different topic. And I have a feeling that's exactly how Twitch's little program here is going to go down too. Because at the end of the day, just because you get a bunch of people who stream and you mix them in with a bunch of honestly qualified people, I will say that these people are qualified. They know what they're talking about. They probably know more about what they're talking about than I do, of course. They actually fucking study it. They put it into practice. So whatever, right? Like they're the expert. I understand that. They're accredited. But the problem isn't them, it's Twitch. Twitch has a very clear disconnect with the community, and I don't think including 4 or whatever streamers is going to make it any better. Because people who honestly believe that Twitch was like not talking to any of the streamers beforehand, like they didn't have any communication with them, I can't believe that. I feel like people also believe that with YouTube, but it's not the case. YouTube has an entire program that a lot of bigger YouTubers are part of where they have a direct connect to the website through a person. It doesn't always make things better. And in this instance, I don't think that having just a handful of them is going to make anything better, especially with the way that Twitch has acted in the past. Promoting healthy streaming and work-life balance habits. You're never going to be able to enforce that concrete, you know? You're never going to be able to end 24-hour streams. You're never going to be able to end people streaming for 12 hours a day and not taking breaks. It's unfortunately a toxic part of the Twitch culture. And in a way, part of a lot of these internet jobs, you know? You're almost forced, in a way, to devote a shit ton of your personal life to these projects, to keep them going, to keep people watching. And I can personally attest to this, but you want it to keep going, you're not just gonna stop doing what you're doing. Protecting the interests of marginalized groups, I guess, but I mean, at the end of the day, how are you gonna do that? How are you gonna protect their interests? Just having like, I guess a bullet point and a big statement saying you're going to do it doesn't prove to me that you're actually going to do that. And with the history Twitch has had with not doing shit that they promised, it honestly just looks to me almost like a little bit of virtue signaling. I don't really honestly believe that Twitch gives a fuck beyond the 300 people on their platform who they protect, the top echelon of people that they protect. Identifying emerging trends that could impact the Twitch experience. I mean, it depends. Like, yeah, you can identify things, but are you going to take action against them? That's the real question. And that's the problem that I think a lot of people have with this whole program being founded is there's no real proof or reason to believe that this program is going to change anything for people on Twitch or even these people, I guess, in this council either. I mean, Twitch has just been way too untrustworthy in the past with how they handle shit, and I don't see them just springing a new leaf out of the blue right now. But as time goes on, we'll get a better understanding of what's going on. I guess we'll see whether or not they're actually serious about this whole thing. I have honestly my doubts, I think you can tell, but we'll have to just come back and revisit the topic in the future and see if they fucked up or if they actually succeeded and proved me wrong, which I'll admit, if they actually fix a lot of the major issues with the website with this group, I will admit, hey, I was wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have doubted them, but given what we're seeing, not necessarily a good sign. But thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. My Twitch might get banned now. I don't know. It might not. It hopefully won't. I don't think they would go that far. But make sure to check out Shop Opti down below. Just dropped some brand new merch down there as well. Thank you to my channel members. Your support helps my channel tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, doubting Twitch, and signing out.